So for the manual muscle test I'm about to do, we're going to do elbow flexion and extension. The three muscles in elbow flexion is the biceps brachii, brachialis, and brachioradialis. The origin for the biceps brachii is the coracoid process, the supraglenoid tubercle, and the capsule of the glenohumeral joint and the glenoid labrum. The insertion is the radial tuberosity. For the brachialis, the origin is the distal half of the anterior humerus, and the insertion is the ulnar tuberosity. Both are innervated by the musculocutaneous nerve C5 and C6. The brachioradialis, the origin is the lateral supracondyle ridge along with the proximal two-thirds of the humerus. The insertion is the distal radius just proximal to the styloid process. The innervation is the radial nerve C5 to C6. If Liv was gravity eliminated and I needed to palpate, for the biceps I would palpate in the antecubital space of her arm. For the brachialis, I would go medial to the antecubital space, and for the brachioradialis, I would go lateral to the antecubital space. We are now ready to test Liv's elbow flexion. So what I'm going to ask her to do is put your fingers, make a fist like this, and try to bend your elbow and bring them up to your face. This is testing her biceps muscle. Now I'm going to ask you to do the same thing, but have your hand in a neutral position. Now bend it towards your face. Good. That's testing her brachioradialis. Next, I'm going to have her do the same thing and having her fingers facing towards the floor and bend it towards her face. Good. Now that will be a grade 3 because she's able to complete the range of motion. So now I'm going to give her a little resistance and see if she will be able to do it. So first we're going to test her biceps muscle. So can you do the same thing and bring it up to your face? Good. Now I'm going to hold your elbow here and I'm going to apply resistance at your wrist. Hold it and don't let me bend it down. Good. She will be a 5 because I applied maximum resistance. Now I will do the same thing and she'll do it with, we'll be testing her brachioradialis, so have your hand in neutral and bring it up towards your face again. Now hold it and don't let me pull it down. Good. She is also a 5 on that aspect. So now put your palm facing down and bend it towards your face. This is testing her brachialis. Hold it and don't let me pull it down. Good. She will be a 5. So for video purposes, I'm going to be on this side of Liv, but if I was testing that arm, I would be on the same side. So what I'm going to be doing is palpating and seeing if muscles are contracting. So first, you're going to have your hand in a supine position, so you palm up towards the ceiling, and I'm going to see if her biceps brachii is contracting. So I'm going to feel in the antecubital space and have her try to bend her elbow. Good. I will give her a 1 because her muscles are contracting. So now I'm going to test the lateral aspect of the antecubital space, and I'm going to have her have her hand in mid position where the thumb is up towards the ceiling, and do the same thing, please. Good. And now I'll have her hand in pronation and test the medial side of the antecubital space and have her bring it up towards her chest. Good. And that is how you palpate for the 3 muscles in elbow flexion. So next I will be testing Liv's elbow extension. The muscle that helps aid in that is the triceps. So the origin of that is the infraglenoid tubercle and the posterior surface of the humerus, superior and inferior to the radial groove. The insertion is the olecranon process of the ulna, and the nerve innervation is the radial nerve C6 to C8. If I need to palpate the muscle, I will feel for the triceps tendon just above the olecranon. Now to test Liv's elbow extension, I'm going to have her laying face down on the table with your arm hanging off at the elbow. Good. But come a little more this way, so good. And if she's able to complete this whole range of motion, she's going to be a 3. So what I'm going to do to start applying pressure, I'm going to put my hand here, right above the elbow, and I'm going to apply pressure at the wrist. Don't let me push it down. Good. She will be a 5 because I applied maximum resistance. Now I'm going to test Liv's elbow extension, gravity eliminated. So what I'm going to do is hold her arm up here, so her shoulder is at 90 degrees, and I'm going to ask her to straighten her arm. If she is able to complete this range of motion, she will be a 2. If she is not able to do it, but I could feel her triceps tendon contracting, then she will be a 1. If there's nothing contracting, then she will be a 0.